Oh, God, it's not easy. Hi, everybody. Whew. I tried to get here on time, but sadly, I couldn't make it. Thought I was going to get home before the time, but I couldn't get home before the time. Good evening, everyone. How are you guys doing? I stepped out. I'm so sorry I came late today. I'm I'm sorry. I said I'll get some things. I was thinking I'll get home before 6, but fortunately I didn't. So I don't know. How are you? Good evening. Hi. Welcome to the live. How are you doing? How was your day? Oh, very hot because please say hi so I know you're there. Good evening. Good evening. Hi, Esther. Esther, you're the first person on my live. How are you today? How's school? How are you? So I tell you to get something out of the house. Today, how was school? You're not stressed today as you were yesterday. How did your day go? I'm fine. I'm fine. Just I was already here. How are you doing? Good. So today was okay. School went smoothly. Okay, that's nice. That's nice. Good to hear. Nice everyone. Nice the family. Do you have siblings? How many siblings do you have? How is it over there? Yes, I was born in the UK. Obviously, with your name, you're a girl. But were you born there or you nice? That's nice. Good to know. So you are the only are you daughter first, second, or third? Then why did you leave? Of course, obviously Nigeria, because your name is Yoruba. Nigeria. Were you born there? How are you seeing that place? Esther, please double tap on your screen. Thank you so much. Thank you. I hope you are not too January 1st to 11. Oh, nice. So means you are 13 years old, if I'm not mistaken. You are 13. That's nice. Were you born in Nigeria or you were born in the UK? And you speak your language. Esther, I've asked you a lot of questions today. Yes, you are 13. Nice to know. So, what's your experience? You born in the UK or you were born in Nigeria? Oh, you were born in Nigeria. And then when did you leave UK? Hi everyone, good evening. Please help like the live by double tapping on your screen. Thank you so much for joining. Thank you guys. Thank you. Good evening. Thank you for joining regardless. Regardless. I know I'm late. Yeah. So Esther, when did you leave Nigeria? Do you speak Yoruba at all? Of course, I know your parents must be speaking it for you. You are busy. Oh, that's nice. Okay, okay, that's fine. That's fine. Thank you for joining. Hello, guys. Good evening. How are you doing? How was your day? How is everything? Thank you so much. Cooking. How are you cooking? Chicken cook. That's nice. That's nice. Noodles. Nice. That's good. Hi, Super family. Good evening. How are you, ma? How is the family? Thank you so much for joining. How are you doing? How was your day? How are your people, your family, your children? How is everyone? Thank you so much for joining. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, perfect fine. Nice. Thank God. Good to hear. Good to hear. I was saying sorry for coming late. I'll be here at 6, but I said I didn't know what it is now. So I decided to just run here as I go home. I decided to run here so that I don't delay longer. Like it's not easy. It's not easy. So how is everything? How is everything? How was your day? How is everything going? Do you have any question for me? Let me try and bring it up. Let me try and bring something up for discussion because I should be able to. But really, even when I have questions, most of the time, the questions that come afterwards from people are always good. Yeah. So welcome to the live. Thank you so much. So for me, my day was good. It was okay. I Yeah, and guys, please, in case you have not watched my video, I'm sure everybody here is connected to me. But I just released a video. Your hair is giving, it's not my hair actually. How are you? Good evening. Thank you so much for joining. Queen Suplet family. This person after you is my twin sister. Thank you for joining. Thank you. I came late today. I stepped out to get something and I'm just coming. Thank you. The hair. I have to brush it and wear it too. I can't wait to do my hair so that I'll stop wearing all these wigs. Because I need air. I need air. Thank you. How was your day? What's happening? What's happening? Kilon Shele. Yes, I was saying my day was good. I uploaded a video some hours ago. Please, if you have not watched that video, please help watch it and let me know your thoughts. Please help watch the video. Louis, have an any gist for me? I can be shared here, obviously. Oh, thank you. Just about to eat. Are you and Esther is doing noodles? You two, you are doing noodles. That's nice. I've not eaten actually. I just ran home and I just thought if I eat this live, I'll be times too late. Even though I was already 1 hour 30 minutes late. So I said no, let me keep the food. When I finish my live, I'll settle down, farabale, and eat my food in peace because I want to be comfortable eating, knowing that I'm keeping people waiting. Like that's nice. Noodles. So we have to do people now. Queen to like family fun. What did you eat or what are you eating tonight? So it looks like we're going to start asking people what they ate first before we go into other matters. So Esther is making noodles to eat. Louis ate noodles. Me, I'm going to eat pound eba and vegetable soup when I'm done. Yeah. Quintuplet, yes. What did you eat? Quintuplet, I'm so sorry. Your channel was on my to-do to check today, and I still was too busy to check, but it's still on my to-do, so I'll still do it today. Mine is moi moi. Wow, moi moi and what? Anyway, this is good. Good ask already. Okay. Louis, you asked what? What did you ask? Moi moi, what are you eating on moi moi with pretty plates? Moi moi and pap. Hey, that's nice. That's sometimes typical Saturday morning food, Saturday breakfast. Like it's so nice. Like so nice. That's good. Are you eating it now, or that was what you ate before or earlier? You know, sometimes some people don't eat late. Like what we are going to eat before you said. Oh, okay. Hi, Sister Sip TV. Good evening. Good to have you here. It's been a long time. It's been a long time, Sister Sip. How are you? How is your channel doing? Do you have positive flow, positive engagement on your channel? How is it going? Thank you for joining. Thank you for joining from Texas. How is Texas today? How was your day? What did you eat? We're asking ourselves what we ate this evening. Some people ate Indomie. Somebody, a Quintuple family ate moi moi and papa. I said I'm not eating this evening because I plan eating after the live. Yeah. Esther says, am I a mom? Yes. Yes, I'm a mom. A young mom, actually. Yes, Esther, I'm a mom. Esther, you don't stay to the end of my life. If not, you should have seen my baby. Yes, I'm married. That's what I ate earlier. That's nice. Quintuplet. Hey, I can imagine. It's been a while I ate moi moi, even though I eat akara very well. Like, I ate akara. The moi moi. Oh, it's not a while I ate moi moi. I ate moi moi last week. I went to visit my mom-in-law and she gave me moi moi when I was coming back. So I ate moi moi. Yeah, I ate moi moi recently. It's still going slowly, but I'll continue posting. I can go live now. That's nice. Sister Sip, please go live. Once you can go live, start going live. Engage people. People that join your live, please let them know that they should subscribe. And yes, before you know, just be committed. Texas is hot. Really? Wow. Hi, Daddy. Good evening, sir. How are you today? How are you, sir? How are you doing? What did you eat this night? So we have two Indomie, one moi moi and pap. Sister Sip, what was your dinner? For me, I'm not taking mine. I'll take mine later. Mine is vegetable soup and eba. You know what eba? I ate last week. Esther, what did you eat last week? Two what? My children love it though. They don't play with it. That's nice. That's nice. That means they're going to be very healthy and chubby. Like it's healthy meal. It's very healthy meal. If you are just joining, please double tap the screen to like the live. Thank you so much, guys, for joining. Please let me know. Do you have any question for me? I'm here to answer your questions today. It's lunchtime here. Oh, it's true. It's lunchtime in Texas. Okay, it's afternoon. So what are you having? It's lunchtime. I haven't eaten breakfast yet. Sister Sip TV, why? Why have we not eaten breakfast and it's lunch? You want to do brunch? So what's the plan for brunch? Oh, Esther, you had moi moi last week. Nice. That's nice. Moi moi and eba together. How did you do it? Or you had eba last week also? I can imagine. Okay, you had moi moi last week. You also had eba last week. Nice. Thank you, guys. Thank you so much. Hi, Chinyerem. Good evening. Good evening. Welcome to the live. How far? I'm just coming. No, I was not home. I stepped out and then I thought I'll be here before the time, but apparently I wasn't. I just came back and I ran here to do the live. Hi, Sandra. Good evening. Welcome. Are you off? Are you done with your live? How are you doing? I was looking for the dollar sign on your live. Actually, it's not yet there. Maybe they're waiting for your response. Have you responded to them? Cream of what? I'm trying to eat light. Eat light. Cream of wheat. Okay. What's cream of wheat? What's that? So we're asking people, what do you have for dinner, Chinyere? What do you have for dinner, Sandra? This Sandra, I can guarantee that she'll say she has not eaten, but let me just try. What do you have for dinner? Yeah, what do you have for dinner? So we have two Indomie. Daddy, what did you have for dinner? Welcome, guys, to the live. Thank you for joining. Please help double tap on your screen. Okay, like a porridge. Okay, so it's wheat that is used to do that porridge, right? Cream of wheat. Okay, okay, okay. That's nice. I'm done. I didn't stay for long. What happened now that you need to be doing back to back? Ah, Sandra, I'm not eating. Okay, how many times have you eaten today? That's nice. That's nice, Sister Sip. Good to have you here. Good to have you, Sister Sip. Please ensure that anybody you are seeing on Blue Jacket that you have not connected with, please connect with them, and they will also reciprocate as usual. As usual. You can connect with them later. Maybe just get their names down so that we don't have the issue of YouTube yanking off. Sandra, chef, all this chef. If it's a norm that chefs don't eat, I don't want to be a chef. I want to be the person eating. I don't want to be the one cooking and not eating. I don't like it though. Just lunch. What do you have for lunch? Apparently, even me, I've eaten once today actually too. And it was even brunch. Because I didn't eat in the morning like TV. I didn't eat in the morning. I had my brunch because I eat twice a day. I had my brunch, I think past one or so. So one or past one, the afternoon. So it's like brunch. And it was what I eat. Beans. It was beans and bread. So after this time now, it's time myself. Guys, how many times a day do you eat? Before you guys ask your questions, let me be asking my own questions. People that ask questions have not come. But please let me if you have any question, whatever, I'm here. So what do you guys think about eating? Do you still do breakfast or breakfast and dinner? How do you do it? Do you do 010 001 101? How do you do it? And standard is what's advisable. It's so much going on in the States. We are getting ready for this. Yeah. Talking about this presidential election, Sister TV. Anyway, you don't have to. My mic cracking. Oh my. How is it now? Maybe I should move. Can you hear me now? How is it now? My mic is sorry. How is it sound worse? How now? So yes, I put off the first mic. I'm trying to put on the second one to see how it is. How is it now? Am I still mute? Is this Sandra's laughter for me? Yes, thank you, sir. Thank you. So you can hear me now. Okay, thank you so much. I think maybe the mic is tired. It needs to rest. Yeah, so what's your eating? What do you advise for food, Sandra? Do you advise people eat rice or have 010? Somebody said 101. So eat breakfast and then till dinner. Better not that breakfast anyway. Let us remove this mic. Let me just try and do it sound. See. How far now? Can you hear me now? Now I don't have any mic. Hi guys, good evening. Just talk through your mic, full mic. better now? Now I don't have any mic on. Thank you everyone. I have 10 wonderful people here. Please, oh, so the mic is even better without the mic. Okay, that's okay. Please, if you are not double tap on your screen, please double tap on your screen to like this live. Thank you guys so much. 10 people. Thank you guys. Thank you so much. Yeah, so 101, that's eating breakfast, leave lunch, and then dinner. Is this the ideal method, or maybe this is the method for this regime that we are in now? Sister TV, I was going to ask you that what's the plan? What's happening as regards this election now? Who are you for? Are you for Trump or Kamala? Kamala, whatever. Who are you for? Network is so terrible. Hey, hope my network is okay, Sha. This is not just microphone infringement. Maybe it's network. Oh, hey. Oh, yeah, for Kamala. Really? Really? Is it better? I guess the internet is not being fair today. Yes, I think it's bad. I think it's funny, but I hope it's better. So, there's sound. I muted myself because Madam is manifesting. I'm still here, don't worry. Okay, so I was saying I have 8 people here and I have just 6 likes. Please, if you have not liked the live, please double tap on your screen to like. Thank you guys. Yeah, so I hope you can hear me perfectly now. I don't have any microphone now. I think I'll leave it that way. Guys, I released a video today. If you have not watched it, please go watch it. Daddy and daughter, you guys are disturbing me. Okay, so yeah. So I think I should just bring a topic. I was about to type, shout I'm choosing you this internet. So yeah. Sandra, is it when you thought the sound was not good? The sound, I was the one that muted myself because my girl was crying. I think it should be better now. I hope it is better now. I hope so. Yeah, so what do we discuss tonight? Please, let's make tonight as fun as it was yesterday. Let's know. Sister Sip TV was saying something. She said she's going to go live about this election because the Republicans are attempting to plan a steal. Really? Okay. So they make a steal abroad too. I thought it's only Africa that will make a steal for election. I thought it's only Africa that does that. When are you going live? When are you going on this live? I need to hear what you have to say about this, Sister Sip. Sandra, you and this I'm chosen. As in, you think that's really Africa that they still I'm trying to look for a question to run so that we can chat. Question, guys. Ask me questions. Chiem, you didn't tell us what you ate today. Only you did not tell us what you ate today. Sound is okay now, okay. This Sandra said, your wahala is too much. She said, better, not that great. Later, she said, bad. Sandra, that's why you're going to do faster yesterday on Chiriam's life. Faster. Your time is coming. Did the guy come on your life today? Corruption is everywhere, but terrible in Africa. My sister. What did you eat today? That was the question, Chiriam. What did you eat today? Everybody here has mentioned what they ate today. Sandra have not told me what she ate. She has not had dinner, but what did you eat for breakfast or lunch, whichever one you had? She said I should do well. Okay, yeah. Oh no, it's terrible here in the States. I need to put you all up on the truth about the games they play for power here in the States. Trump doesn't like black people. Okay. So the only reason why you are voting Kamala now is just because Trump doesn't like black people. What if he likes black people? Will you have voted for him? Trump. Chirem, only you. Onubu soup. Enjoyment galo. Well done. You're enjoying. When you finish working Onubu now, you come on your life. You will not do as if anything happened. Chinyerem. Eku badroom. Happy enjoyment. Well done. Onubu. Wow, that's nice. I've not had dinner. I said I'll eat mine later. My own is even a dika soup later. After I finish this lab. Oh no, he's trying to take the right away of women as well. It's a mess. Are you serious? Wow. So if these things you said about him now is true, it means that there is no chance for him winning. But if he does win, means that maybe your thoughts are for only few people. Some other people might like him. Because I don't know. Anyway, let's leave Trump alone. Let's just hope that everything goes well. But whoever gets there, you'll be fine. So guys, yeah, let's look for something to talk about this evening. I'm trying to he's trying to take that to Sandra, Esther says you should eat eba and egusi soup. She's giving you an option on what to eat tonight. Maybe you don't know what you want to eat. So, thank you, Esther. Esther is saying eat eba and egusi soup. Okay. Thank you, Esther, for that option. Sandra, so you know what to eat now. Protect women's rights at all costs. Who should protect women's rights? SIP TV. Hi MK, good evening, welcome to the live. Thank you so much for joining. How are you doing? How was your meeting? I remember you said you're having a meeting this evening, if I'm not mistaken. Protect women's rights at all costs. Okay, if he wins, it's over for us, but I will go live. But I know there's a time have to schedule it. Okay. And if you already have the time you want to go live, it's better for us to know now so we can also, I don't know. So we know the time we want to go, then know what to be for us at that time. So I'm still having that on break now. Okay, MK, nice. Thank you so much. How was that your wonderful delicacy you made today? You cooked alone and you ate. You cooked with us and you ate alone. Is that fair? Is that fair, MK? You cook with us and you ate alone? That's not good. That's not fair. That's not how it's done. MK pounds and dollars. Yes, so now MK the rain. MK pounds and dollars. MK giving pounds, the only currency that has a surname. Pound sterling. Abi? I know it would be nice. It looks nice, so I can imagine. So MK, please, do you have any question for us? Because we have been here. I'm still thinking. I have a lot of. I'm not even with any of my book here to see a question that I've written down. But do you have any question for us, MK? We always make our live sessions. You love when Chichi calls you that. Yes, so that's what you are. That's what you are, and you begin just continue to represent the name, and more will flow like more. I'm exhausted. MK, women to be submissive to our husband. I don't really understand that part. You don't understand the part of us submitting to our husbands. MK, what in it do you not understand? Like how to submit, or if it's needful, or why should we submit? I really don't understand what you don't understand. Which food? Food that she has cooked since afternoon. So you still have space in your stomach to put food after you are eating onubu now. For food, well done. The food has been ready since 9k. It's supposed to have been finished by now because everybody should have. That kind of sauce doesn't remain. It doesn't remain. It finishes as it's being made. Why should I buy? Not them instead. Or why should you, but not them instead? Why should you be the one to submit, not the men? Because that's the instruction that was given to us. So, okay, let me say this, that marriage was. So the truth is that what I know about marriage is that even the first person that got married, which is Adam, didn't even know that he was to. Hi Cynthia, good evening, welcome to the live. How do you do? Thank you so much for joining. Please help like the live. I think some people are not liking actually, but it's fine. It's not fine. Please like the live. Who have the instruction, please? Who have that instruction? Okay, MK. So I was saying that the first person to get married that we are aware of in the Bible was Adam, and even the Adam didn't know that he needed a companion. He was the only one on the earth. He didn't know. It was God that looked at him and said it's not good that he be alone, and God gave him Eve, and he decided to make Eve his wife. Okay, so it was God that saw man and decided that man should not be alone. Let me give man a help. That is a wife. So because it was God that made marriage, because he was the one that orchestrated it, he had a pattern for it. Why? Because he didn't want it to fail. So just imagine that in a family now, all the children are, whether you are born first or second, or just say all the children, maybe they have 4 children in a house, for instance, and then the 4 children, there's no hierarchy. They are all to communicate to each other alike. There's nobody to imagine everybody, all the children talking to each other at the same time, and there is no sense of this is your senior. When your senior is talking, you don't talk, something like that. I'm just trying to explain that the reason why he says a woman should submit to the husband is because he made it he made a structure to say the man is the head of the home, so that there is a form of um order order in the home. So the idea is, if this man is the head, if he's to take responsibility, you the wife supporting him should be able to submit at times when there might be a need to make decisions. I'm coming to that, MK. At times where there's a need to make decision in the family, and for instance when there's a loggerhead, one person has to submit to the other person, and in God's standard the woman should submit because the man is the head of the home. That is it. But don't forget that that same place where he talks about submission, he also spoke about submitting one to another. So there's also a place of you, the woman, submitting to the man, and the man submitting to you, because you are partners. And so there are some times when you will say some things, and even your husband, if he's a truthful person, will know that at this point this woman is right, I should submit to this her thoughts. Yes. But in the case of both of you have different opinions, or there's a need to make a decision, it is his responsibility because he's the head of the home. Thank you, Chiem. I'll read your comment. Thank you for contributing. Please, guys, let's contribute on our thoughts. I'm just giving my own thoughts on this. So yes, just for order, and then there is something to say. Okay, there's everybody knows their duty. So the way the man is the head, you are supposed to support him and enforce what he has said in the home, just for the home to run. Hi, Elvo. Good evening. Thank you so much for joining. How are you today? How are you doing? Yeah, so that's the idea. But also, it's advisable that we submit to one another, but in the place of who is leading here. So if God wants to pass a message now at home, most of the time he's going to pass it through the man of the house. But there are occasions where sometimes the woman gets to sense some things first, sometimes he gets to pass through her, but in his order he put the man as head. That's just the order. That's why it's like that. MK, it's not unfair. It's just that it was the man that was first on the earth, and so God gave the woman to him for help, meaning that ideally a man should have what he is doing before the woman now comes to the picture to be able to assist in what he is doing. So imagine having a vision and somebody comes to you and wants to thank you. Hi, mommy. Good evening, Matt. Thank God you are here. I don't know if that is still here. Would like to hear your thoughts. I want family ministers would like to know. MK asked a question. Yeah, so that's it. I think I've said enough. I'll still say more as it goes, but let's allow. GM say God created Eve to be Adam's helper, and because women is gotten from the man, made it reasonable for a woman to be submissive. Thank you, Chirem. I like that. Thank you. Yes. Helper is okay to me, just to help what the man cannot do, but to submit. It depends on what you mean by submission, MK. But submission is not what people think it to be. It's not suppression. It's not imposing on you. No. It's just you taking responsibility. It's just you knowing that, okay, I'm here to help this man, so I am submitted to what he's doing as much as I can, and I just do my work to help him. Helping him means you can also bring suggestions in the home. You are equal, but somebody has to be in charge. Somebody has to be able to stand for the home. And I'm sure that you understand this because, of course, you are married. So you know that a lot of the times when there are decisions to be taken, the man will take it. A lot of the times when you are both in the same environment and you want something to be done, just your instincts just let you know that this man should take the lead. So that's what it just means, that he takes the lead, and whatever he says to do, you do as much as possible. It's not that everything you will agree with him, but most of the time you allow him. That is why it's even advisable to choose your head very reasonably, because if you can't submit to somebody, then don't marry them. If you don't think that this person can make a right decision for this family because he's in charge, then don't choose him, because it will be difficult submitting to who you know that will not make the right decisions at very critical moments. Yeah. Good evening, ma. The question you should ask is, what is submission, MK? Okay. So because a man was created first, he was created first, yes, but that is not the only reason why. Because that's the instruction that was given. Because he's the head, because he was made head, yes. Yes. Women should be submissive to their husband. On the other hand, the husband should not take the woman being submissive for granted, like taking her for a fool. Yes, thank you, Elvo. Thank you, Elvo. Thank you, Elvo. In fact, I'm of the opinion that if you meet, oh, my dad has written something. Yes, Chichi, I would like to know, submission is so much more like you don't. I would like to know, submission is so much more like you don't have any say. No, 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 no. No, that's what people make it seem like, but no, you have a say. You have a say. It's just that when, oh my god, my break is almost over. Let's discuss, and I'm and I'm going to watch this live when posted. Okay. That is not submission, MK, more like suppression. Yeah, submission is just that you are saying that you are the head. I allow you to lead this family. I will submit to whatever you have chosen, whatever you say. The only reason why you should have problem submitting is if the person you chose to be your head in the first place is not a proper head, is maybe not responsible, or makes a lot of wrong decisions. That's why, as much as it is, even though the woman is the helper, she still has a choice before marriage to decide who she decides to help, or who she decides has a say over her life and the family. Yes, that's just it. Do you have a country without a leader, or a community without a leader? The family system will not achieve the purpose of God. I think what he's trying to say is that because every system has a leader just for organization's sake, that's the same way a family is a structure, in fact a very important structure by God, and it is supposed to have a structure so that there will be order. So if the family doesn't have a structure and then there's no head, the husband and the wife Chiem, I hope you know that this friend is my mom. Do you know? So that the husband and the wife are struggling for position or making decisions, it's going to be difficult, it's going to be chaotic, and there will be confusion even for the children. So I think God just did that so that there is order in the home to know. And when you know that you are submitting to your husband as unto God, it will be easier to submit to him. Submission is of God. That's why the Bible says, husband, love your wife, and wife, submit to your husband. No conditions attached. Yeah, so what I think what she's trying to say is, yes, Chiem, yes. So the man is supposed to love without condition. So what I understand from this is that as a man loving your wife, you don't need to love her because she's submitting to you. No, whether she submits or not is your decision to love her. Also for the woman, whether your husband is doing the responsibility of loving you, your own duty is to submit. So imagine the husband taking the instruction given by God that your own duty is to love your, and MK, I don't even think you want to be the head of the home. I don't think you have issue, because if you even want to fight for position, I said it the other day that the duty given to the man to love is a harder work. It's harder because he didn't just say you should love, he said you should love like God loved the church. So it means that he should love to the level at which he can die for the church. That's for his wife now, which is a deeper and a harder responsibility. So for a woman, if the husband is even, you say, are we in prison? Oh God. MK, what exactly made you ask if you're in prison? Which of the comments? So it just means that your husband is it's just like you submit to God now, because God has loved you unconditionally, whether you do well or you don't do well, he just loves you. And then submitting to him, you don't think twice, because you feel like this man has loved me this much, he's worthy of my submission. That is how the family is. Don't forget, I said before that when God was instituting marriage, he wanted marriage to be a representative of how much he loves the church. So he just made marriage to say this should be the closest example to demonstrate how much me as God loves my church as a body. So that is what justice is. That's why marriage is a spiritual something. You are not supposed to understand it with your natural sense. But once you just do what has been written, submit to your husband, The husband love his wife, you enjoy it, it will work. It will work. It's just for everybody to do their play their part. Mommy Chirem is greeting you. Only boys abuse submission, but a man never takes submission for granted. Marriage is not for boys, but men at heart. Hi, famous. Good evening. Welcome to the live. Thank you, famous. Thank you so much. Thank you. How was work today? Hey, I saw my name. Oh, I saw what you said you did. Famous. MK is not a prison situation. Is God is an organized God. It doesn't. Bible says it's not a God of confusion. So because it's a family, he still doesn't want it to just be anyhow. Anybody can just come out. There will not be order. There will not be, things will not happen orderly. So that's what he did, just to make it like that. Does not mean that you are in a prison. No, you're not. You're not. Just like Jesus died for us when we were in unlovable. Yes, as a serious Christian should not have any problem about submission, because this is the order from the beginning. Yes, so if you don't like if the person doesn't like the word submission, or why it might be difficult in a marriage, especially when you now marry who does not even, or is not worthy of submission in the first place. But I think that if both persons do this marriage thing well, whether loving or submitting, is going to be very easy for us. So yes, it's just for order. Famous, do you have anything to say about the question, women being submissive to our husbands? MK is saying that she doesn't understand that part. Why should the woman submit to her husband? Why is it not the other way around? Or why can't we just stay submitting to one another? Why the instruction given to a woman to submit? Is it a prison that there is instruction for one over the other one? Hi Chire, good evening. I also watched your video yesterday and subscribed to. Oh wow, that's so nice. Thank you. Thank you, Mama. Thank you. I hope Chire is still here. I was saw Chire in my dream, but I can't remember what I saw in the dream. I just know that I dreamt about her, but I don't know what it is. Okay. Yes, so submitting should not be a problem, really. It's not even hard. That is, tomorrow I finish school at 2:40 or 2:50. Okay, Esther, that's nice. How was your Indomie? Have you finished eating? How was your Indomie? Did you make it well? Did you enjoy it? Are you satisfied? So, why should we have to submit? It's making us not to have freedom in the mind. No, MK. My second phone is in use. I would have loved to read what submission means. It's not making. In fact, I hardly even remember that I'm supposed to submit. I hardly remember. Why? Maybe because it will just happen. You just find that you are doing it without even knowing. It's the consciousness of the fact that I want to submit that makes it hard. If you are with somebody that makes it easy for you, you don't even remember that you are submitting. And it doesn't mean that you don't make decisions. Not really. I think most of the times, if I'm saying the correct thing, I think in most homes that I've even seen that are working, 80% of the decisions are mostly made by the women. Indirectly, because don't forget, the same Bible that says women should submit says the woman is the builder of the home. So as much as possible, you are the one doing a lot in the home. Maybe that's why God says submit, so that you are doing a lot does not make you forget that you should be able to now say, okay, at some point in time, this man is supposed to take the lead. So as much as I can help him, I should still recognize that he's in charge here. So when both of you are at loggerheads on making a decision or something, that's when you now come to submission and say, okay, you are the head of the home in the first place. Let me allow you make this decision, trusting that you will make the right decision. That's what it just is. But MK, I can guarantee you that most of the time, you are the one that make the decisions at home. In fact, you influence even the decisions he makes, you influence a lot of it. So it's not that, especially when you marry an understanding person. I think men are taking advantage of that submission. That's what I'm saying. Some men now take advantage of that word, and then that's, in fact, somebody was saying recently that that's the only scripture some of them even know. And meanwhile, in that same place, there is also submit one to another. But when a man has problem and always have to remind you that to submit to him, I think that he's not really loving you as much as he's supposed to. Because if a man really loves you the way he's instructed to love you, you will submit without even knowing you are submitting. That's what I think. That's why let's marry people that have sense, people that know what it is to be a leader. So I don't envy men, because I think that their job is even the hardest. You take responsibility, you will lead. Only you have to love me like God loved the church. Abeg, your work is harder. So when I even see men bouncing on submission, I'm like, you have not even thought of your own work. You have not thought of your responsibility enough. If you think of what you have to do enough, you will forget whether the wife is submitting, and you will be lost doing your own work, because their work is a lot. I don't envy them. Okay, MK, the world is not in order today because people refuse to make decisions. Why do you instruct your children or subordinates be subject to what it is guiding? That's just why. So that's the same thing in marriage. For it to work, everybody has to have an authority over. That's why they even say that you should not marry who doesn't have an authority over them, because that a person doesn't have an authority over them makes them to act rashly. So when you remember that I'm not the head of this home, you might not make some decisions rashly. That's just the caution that God is trying to make or put in place. If you want complete freedom, then don't marry. Really, what MK, when you MK, I'm asking you because you asked the question, but I know that most times the questions you ask are not for you. You are asking for other people, which I appreciate. Guys, thank you so much for joining. Please like this live and please contribute. We have a question pinned down. Please let's know your thoughts as regards it. Thank you so much for joining. So MK, for whoever it is that you are asking, or maybe you want to ask to help somebody answer the question, when this person was agreeing to get married, what did they think that they were going into? Number one. Then the second question is, what did you say when you were getting married? Did you say some vows? Did you talk after the pastor? Yes. And if the pastor was muttering some words for you and you were responding, you were repeating after him, you must have gotten to the part where he says that you are ready to submit to this man. And if you said that, it means you're ready to do it. So now there's no point to ask questions about it, because it is what you have signed up for, and it's advisable that you just go on to do it, because that's the only way that marriage will work. You can't instruct, but it doesn't mean I should follow. Yes, he can instruct, doesn't mean that you follow, but it's advisable that you follow. That is why I will still say that it is important to choose who you know will always mostly make the right decisions. And how will you guarantee that this person will make the right decisions? So you don't want a person that don't have who he can submit to. You don't have a person that does not know how to make decisions on a normal day, doesn't think deeply, is not a responsible person. Yes. So if you have that kind in fact, it's not even instructing you, he's asking you. People are conversing and making most of the decisions together, really, most of the time. Hey MK, famous, why are you aying? You know, some kind of freedom, but not complete. MK, if it's freedom you are talking about, let me gist you what happened to me. When for the first 1 month, I was acting like somebody that was in a cage. Was I in a cage? Not really. But what it was just so some days ago, I think last week, we went out and then we were very late. We came back, got home very late. And I was telling my husband that if it was when I was still single, and I was not staying with my parents at that point. At some point, I was staying with a family here in Lagos because my parents are not in Lagos. So I got a job in Lagos, and I started to stay with a family in Lagos. So when you are staying with a family, or you are not, you still have um an authority over you some way somehow. You are not really as free as you would have wanted to be. So even when I'm out to work and I close late, I do 8 to 8 then. So I close 8. Imagine closing 8, leaving office by past 8, and in Lagos when you can't even guarantee how long you spend in traffic. So sometimes I'm still outside by 9:30, 10. And before you know, when I'm not home by 9:30, so my dad, then that's my Lagos father, the person I was staying with, will call, how are you? Where are you? He's worried, he wants to know that you are fine and all those things. And even when I'm fine, sometimes I'm like, I need to get home fast so that this man doesn't worry. But the week I got married, and even when I was not even staying with them, maybe when I'm in school, I don't want my parents to call me when I'm outside at night, because if my dad calls you and you're outside by this time, why are you outside? When I got married, even if I'm outside by 10, I'm with my husband, he's the one over me. No, he can't ask me. Do you get? So I think that in marriage there's freedom when you are with somebody that is understanding, your friend, someone that you relate with as partners, not as Lord and Savior. No, that freedom is there. Now nobody can tell me where are you. If I'm outside very late, I'm with my husband, and he's the one that can answer to or supposed to answer to. So very, very good. I think there's even more freedom in marriage than some people do have. And if a person feels that they are not free in marriage, then maybe they are not married to the right person, or they are not doing the right things. Those that do such are boys in men's body. Yes. MK says she's innocent. That's it. MK. The way Famous did AMK. Yes, so I was even surprised. Hello, stop by to like and show some love. I'm all over. Thank you so much, joining on my live. Good evening. Thank you so much for joining. Thank you. I feel like if you instruct, it doesn't mean I should follow. I have to. But so we are both adults. So it's just, that's why it's called submission. Submission is not a by force thing. It's something you choose to do. You choose to do it. You're not supposed to be coerced to do it. So your reason for doing it now is the issue. If you are supposed to submit to your husband as unto the Lord, it means that man self is submitted to God, that you are guaranteed that all the decisions he's making, they are not stupid decisions. They are not decisions that are weird or devilish. Do you get? Then you hold your stand, because when it now comes to whether you are obeying God or your husband, that's when you now make a decision. But that's why I said, if you now marry somebody that you know is submitted to God, is making decisions that are making sense most of the time, submitting to him will not be hard. But it's still your choice to make. It's not a by force thing. Not really. It's not by force, because you're an adult. So if you don't do it, there's nothing you can do unless you marry a man beater, a woman beater. Sorry, but hi Banta, good evening. MK Zarina says she's innocent. MK, are you really innocent? Answer that question in your heart. Are you innocent? I don't think anybody on this chat is innocent. Banta, good evening, welcome. How are you today? How are your people? Hi fam. Hey MK, Famous, Banta, Johnny. Sister Sip. MK, have you seen Sister Sip? Enjoy your gym, journey of my life. Some men are abusing being submissive. Yes, they are really abusing it, really. That's why I was saying that if a man is hammering the word submission, then he's doing something wrong. Because if you are doing what you should do, a woman will submit to you. Sorry guys, on and off, having online training, that's fine, MK. So we don't have a say in the marriage because we submit under men. No, we have a say. Hey, that's what I'm saying, that in fact sometimes it's a tricky thing. If the Bible says that a woman should build her home, it means that the building of your home is in your hand, so you have a say. That's what I'm saying, that even most times you find out that a lot of decisions the men make, you have a very high level of contribution to those decisions a lot of the times. If you don't follow leadership structures, even in other spheres of life, purpose are not likely to be accomplished. Yeah. So there's a structure for everything. Everywhere you are, even where you work, there's a structure, and most times they advise not to jump rank. So you have somebody, maybe you are in a team, you have a team lead, you don't go to report issues, most times, all things being equal, to the CEO. No, you go through your team lead. Don't break ranks. So there are ranks in marriage also. There are ranks. Oh yes, marry your best friend. Marriage is not slavery. Yes, children are also supposed to learn these leadership structures from the home. If then the wife is not following, how does the children learn to follow or give instructions? Very important. Very important. So it's just like teaching your children what to do when they are grown. So what they see you do now is what they expect to do when they get to your shoe. So it's better that you won't do the right thing so that they will also do the right thing. They should see that there's a structure in the home, that their husband is the head. Yes, I saw Esther. Esther was saying something. She didn't type completely, so I didn't understand. Esther, are you still here? Yeah, so I don't know if we've answered MK's question. Well, I hope that we have done justice to that question. Submission is not as hard as it seems. It's not difficult at all. At all, at all, at all. In fact, I'd rather be in the submission angle than being the one to take all the decisions. No, 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 no. To make all the decisions, I mean, I'd rather submit in humility. So that's the thing. So as a woman now, because you know you are supposed to submit most of the time, that's why you should choose who you are sure that there are decisions that you are submitting to in the future. There will be wise decisions. So you will not have a problem because you know that this person is responsible. This person can make right decisions and decisions that will be of benefit to me and the family. So why not? There's so much freedom in marriage when your spouse is your friend. In fact, no good husband will take a decision without you. Retweet this. I need to retweet. Let me pin this. What's your thought about freedom in marriage? Is marriage, you know, some people call marriage prison. So let's even start now. Is marriage prison? Because this comment is saying that there's so much freedom in marriage when your spouse is your friend. In fact, no good husband will take a decision without you. So that's what I'm saying. So when he's even saying, I decided I should do this, before he's deciding, he would have asked you. You guys would have talked about it. You would have heard your side, heard his side, and then wait, okay, which is better for us, which will benefit us as a family. And if your husband is making a decision, you should be guaranteed that that decision is going to be the best for your family. So if he's making a decision for the family, it's not part of the family. So all things being equal, except the man doesn't have sense or is not okay, the decisions he's making for the betterment of the family, and you're a part of that family, so you should be excited and happy that he's making good decisions. So why always wanting to contest what he's saying if you married a good head in the first place? I'm juggling between 3 lives. Famous is you. We hail you. Well done. Thank you so much. Hi, Famous. How are you doing? My lovely Dima. I'm doing good, and you? Hey, wow, lovely Dima. Well done. Yeah, so that's it. So that's it. So it's important that we choose our head. Some take decision without women. This is because of the some. MK, that's where the problem is really. That and I think that's a big a reason why, if this thing happens consistently, that is when the woman will not be questioning this submission thing. And I understand where you're coming from. That's not what it's supposed to be. No, it's a partnership. In fact, it says two come together to become one. So how come you are one? Have you seen one live? When something is one, it means that thing is one. Like it can't function outside itself. Do you get? So when you are now making a decision without your partner, then something is even wrong. Something is wrong. People are supposed to make every decision together. Like communicate. That's why the transparency is it. People don't understand what marriage is. People don't understand the concept of being one. People don't understand what it is to be one. That's why I'm saying that some people just marry because they see every other person marry. They are not ready. We read the other day here how one scripture talks about how everybody cannot marry because not everybody that knows how or has the responsibility or the ability to do what marriage entails. It is work. I'm thinking that submission did us more evil than good. It didn't do us more evil than good. MK, don't forget That scripture I read the other day talking about how Bible was saying in I think it's Ecclesiastes 7:20 something, that was saying that God was saying that he made every, it is even, I think it's Solomon that wrote that book, saying that God made everything good. This is what it is, we humans, in the bid to change things or to find comfort for ourselves, we have made everything bad. So there's nothing God made that was bad. Everything that God made was good. We humans, we are the one complicating matters. Yes, because people are abusing the structure does not mean that others should discard the idea, especially what the instruction remains, especially that the instructions remains unchanged. Very true. So it didn't do us more evil. People are just misunderstanding the concept, and people are just trying to act as if it's only the word submission that is in marriage. There are no other things there. That is why in the first place, if somebody does not understand the concept of something, don't go into it. Don't go into it. I said that in my video that I posted today, that until you understand what something is, you understand the concept and the rudiment of something before you understand it, before you go into, don't just go into something with a notion that you heard somewhere. No, understand it. If you can't do what this thing is saying, don't even go into it. Some people tell you that they can't marry or they can't submit to any man, so they don't want to marry. It's better you stay single. Any man that takes decision without their wives are not likely to enjoy their marriage, because most of the decisions taken may not always be the best. Two are better than one, Bible says. Even some women too take decisions without their husbands, it's also bad. So two are better than one, until people begin to act like they understand that marriage is the joining, is the becoming one between people that were two before now coming to become one. They will not enjoy marriage. They will not even do it the right way, because everything that is supposed to be done in marriage is with the concept and the thought and the knowing that we are supposed to be one. So you are making decisions as one, you are doing things, setting rules as one, you are imbibing those rules, you are setting boundaries as one, making decisions, setting rules and regulations for the children as one. In fact, when the children know that this my parents are not one, you confuse them. One, two, you make them detest even the institution marriage in the first place, because when your disciplinary measure for the children are not the same, one will say you can watch TV by this time, the other one says you cannot watch it. So the children are contesting who should we obey, who should we not. But when both of you agree and says this is what should happen, they have no choice than to obey. So any home that they both are not working as one cannot work. It cannot. It cannot. God's instructions cannot do us more harm than good. Always look at issues from beginning to get a total picture. So from the beginning, it was not so. Don't forget that even when Eve, like Sandra says that she needs to ask Eve a question, because that decision Eve made was not good. Even when Eve ate the fruit, it was Adam that God called and asked the question, where are you? So as regards your home, God will question the man, because he wants somebody to take responsibility. That's why he says to submit to the man, because as much as possible the man is supposed to rule that home and take charge. So there's someone that God will not come and ask you one question, ask your husband another question. No, God wants unity. So he believes that he's asking the man a question, he's also asking the wife. So peace-loving couples and understanding couples don't question submission. They live as if the word submission, they live as if the word submission doesn't exist, because they just find themselves submitting. That's what I'm saying. It's when you know the word, you are looking at the word, everything you are doing, you are thinking this is submission. Submission is hard. Submission is this. Submission is no. That submission has been abused, has been misunderstood, has been exaggerated. So yeah. Yes, it doesn't. Thank you, famous. Being submissive doesn't mean you have no say. Not really. No, 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 no. You have a say. You are just saying that when there is a need to make a decision and we are both have not having the same opinion, I, the woman, because I have decided from the beginning to submit to you as the man of the house, as the head, you call him your husband. What does husband mean? So that's when you now say, okay, take the lead, make the choice. MK, not really. No, that's not true. MK says God gave women more instructions concerning marriage but gave men only one. What are the instructions he gave women that he did and he gave men only one? MK, there are a lot of instructions given to men, and I said it before that the instruction he even gave to men is the hardest. They don't know, or some of them don't know. It's the hardest instruction. There's a lot. In fact, that Ephesians that we're talking about, submit, that's just one part of the Bible that talks about marriage, the most popular. There are other parts. In fact, on my head now, I can remember a part that he talks about how men should deal with their wives with understanding, and that if a man doesn't deal with, if a man deals with his wife without understanding, his prayers will not be answered. It's also in the Bible. So when I see men fighting about, so we are not submitting, I just look at them and like, you don't even understand the work that you have. Your work is harder. In fact, let us forget, MK, let's not even assume that it's only one. That's an assumption. It's not true. Assume there's only one instruction God gave to the man. What is the instruction? To love his wife as God loves the church, Abi. That's the biggest instruction you can give to somebody. Do you know what it means to love your wife as Christ loved the church? It means that he loved the church when the church was misbehaving. That is all of us human beings. When the world was, in fact, there was no church, when the world was misbehaving, he still loved us. He now sent his only son to come and die for the people that does not even honor God. We didn't even know that God existed. He died for us. So he's saying that the way I am doing towards men, even when I'm not me as I am now, as that's God, loving even the people that have not yet submitted to serve me, to follow me, I'm loving them regardless. That is how you should love your wife. So even if your wife is a stubborn person, it is you that decided to marry her and make her your wife. As long as you have married this woman and you have made her your wife, you have the responsibility to love her unconditionally. You have a responsibility to provide for her whether you feel like it or not. That's the hardest work, MK. That's the hardest. Yes, Louissa, I totally agree with you. When father says A and mother says B, you can be rest assured that those children will begin to hide in their lapses, which will likely do more harm. Yeah. It's just that end of the day, husband comes to the final conclusion decision. Yes, and this decision can be yours or his. Yes, the decision, I think Famous is saying that it's just that at the end of the day, the husband decides what the final decision is. When you both have discussed, the decision he might even agree with might be the one you gave him as a suggestion, but it's the one that decided, okay, now I'm accepting what you have said. I think you make more sense. Let's go with your decision. Yes, we should be submissive. Give birth. A lot of kids have said that. Why I have 6. We should be submissive. Give birth. A lot of kids have said that. Why I have 6 and still counting. MK, I don't understand that. MK, let me ask you a question. Okay, MK, Famous is asking you a question. Are women being submissive these days? In fact, when you submit to a responsible man, you have more say. Sarah called Abraham my Lord in total submission. Do you know she took major decisions? Exactly. The so-called mistake that Abraham made now to go and sleep with his servant to give birth to Ishmael, that is a problem to us now, was Sarah that said, Abraham, go. Even if left for Abraham, he was still waiting, trusting God that God has said, I will give birth to my own child. That child has to come from me. But Sarah was like, no, I'm old. The child is not coming. Abraham, go and sleep with this your maid. So, last, I heard somebody say recently that a home that works, most of the time, the men listen to their wife. So most times that's why just marry who have sense, both man o and woman o. Marry who have sense. So when you are lis ten ing to them talk, give opinions, you are guaranteed that these people are saying things that make sense. So even agreeing to their decision will not be awkward or weird to you. Yeah, Sarah made a lot of decisions on behalf. Yes, we are. We don't have our peace of mind. MK, you say we're submitting these days. See the way we going through a lot because of just this one word submission. MK, what's the lot we are going through? If you are being submissive, men will be marrying here and there, won't be marrying here and there. Women these days are not allowing their husbands marry. Oh, famous, are you saying that um if we are being submissive, men will be marrying here and there? Women these days are not allowing their husbands marry another. Really? How? Famous, let me understand. Like, I say women are not allowing their husband go ahead to marry other women. Are they supposed to allow their husbands marry other women? And if it's a woman or a wife that is restricting the husband from marrying other women, she's doing him good than harm. Men just go to work and that's all. Every other thing is based on the woman because of submission. In fact, we are suffering. Okay, if any day that I don't laugh this loud in my meeting, you are not here. You make me laugh a lot. She says men just go to work and that's all. Hey, are you sure? So when I was younger, I used to say that I don't like when I hear this thing that men when they say that they do a lot, they just provide for the family and know that they do a lot, they take responsibility for the woman. I was like, really? I think that women do more. That's what I used to say when I was younger. And I was like, I just wish I would marry a person, a man that would agree, since he feels like his job task is more to bring money for the family. Then let's exchange. Let me go do the work, bring the money, while you give birth, take care of the home, take care of the children, take care of the family and everything. Let's exchange. Then we will now know whose job is harder. Guys, 1 second. So I used to say, let's exchange. Let me just be working and bringing the money while you do the. So let me tell you something. I think that to be fair, both the man and the woman have a lot of responsibility. It's just that when you quantify, that's why a man that is understanding knows that you do a lot. Women do a lot, to be fair. Even though I also know that I was saying something to that. I was like, somebody sent me a message and he was saying that he's thinking he needs help, that he's thinking a lot. And I was looking, this person is not married, so what is he thinking about? It's possible that he's thinking about how to be able to be financially stable enough even before even married. Now he's alone, so it means that he's worrying. So most times men they take responsibility in every angle, so they think a lot about how to make things work. That's a lot. If you are understanding and you see what they really go through, that's a lot also. So we both have responsibility, but it is a mistake if one person thinks that the other person is not doing anything. And that's why I used to think before that if it's just to go and work and bring money, especially now that women work now, so what is special about working and bringing money if I also work? Do you understand? So these things are not as deep as we take them to be. You can say we are suffering. That's my problem, Louissa. Why should we base on his final decision why I don't agree? No, you are supposed to agree. That's why you are partners. It's not about, you're supposed to agree. So you're supposed to agree most of the time. But don't forget that even with us and God, it's not every time you agree what God is doing in your life. Sometimes God is taking a decision in your life, and because you cannot see ahead, You don't understand what he's saying to you. In that angle, won't you submit? If God says, MK, I know you don't understand what I'm doing now. You might not feel palatable where you are, but this thing I'm doing for you now is going to move you somewhere. Just trust me. You don't know where it's leading to, but trust me. That's the way sometimes, and it's in very rare occasions, most of the time, to trust that your partner, because you are even, because you know that this man, God leads him also, so you should be sure that he's going to take the right decision. And even when he's going to take decisions that you think they are not right, you can maybe pray for him, because God can change his mind. Yeah, just training and here as well. Okay, so more typing error. No wahala, MK, I understand. MK, women are fighting for equal rights these days, right? But who will you call when an intruder comes to your house? Famous. So for me, I'm not fighting for any equal right. I don't want to be equal with you. Do your work, let me do my work. Let's not be equal. It's when you don't understand something that you're fighting for equality. I don't want to be equal with you. Do your work. I don't want to be equal. So that's another thing. Most times, really, women are fighting for equality. Humans are going through a lot, not because of hierarchy in the family, but because of failure to follow simple instructions. Okay, so MK is saying that it's not only women that are going through a lot. Human beings generally go through a lot, just because we always want shortcuts. Sometimes we don't want to follow the instructions that has been laid before us. We want to look for the easier route, but we don't know that by doing that we are complicating issues for ourselves. So sometimes failure to follow simple instructions, like one of the instructions now is submit to your husband. So as much as you know that thing before, in fact, maybe we need to teach single people this thing again. So singles, you are not married yet. As a woman, you have a decision, because you know that you want to marry, and the instruction for marriage is that you submit to your husband. Before you marry any man, prepare your mind to know that the idea is to submit to this man regardless. So this person I want to say yes to, can I submit to him? Can I agree that whatever decision he makes in the future, I'm game? That's just it. That's just it. Can you imagine trying to drive a car without starting the ignition? Being submissive doesn't mean I don't have rights. Yes, it doesn't mean you don't have rights, MK. It means that you have rights, but occasionally you submit. That's what humility is. It's also a form of humility too. That okay, I humble myself. I don't want to be always right at every time. No, sometimes I allow you to be right. That's just what it is. Wow, I love that. Okay, MK says she loves what you said. Then MK, you should know that women's priority is not men's priority. These things are you guys complain about is nothing to a man. That's why you feel that men are enslaving women. What are the things we complain about females? Is it the submission thing? Yeah. The things that, in fact, if there, I know there's nothing like a next life, but if there was a next life, I still want to come as a woman. I don't want to negotiate coming as a man. No. I don't want to. I don't think I want to be in that shoe. I don't think so. But the load in the woman's head too is a lot. Think of a lot. In fact, we usually say that the woman have the gift to multitask. So it means that in a woman's head there are a lot of threats per time running this and that and that. We are gifted to do it. That's why we are doing it. Yeah. So in fact, I used to say that maybe God should judge women differently on Judgment Day, because the responsibility on a woman's head sometimes feels like a lot. Because sometimes we make it feel like the responsibility for a man is just provide, just that one responsibility provide. So every other responsibility is for the woman. Really, then maybe God should judge women differently. That's why I respect men that are parts of the family's well-being, not just that I bring. So before I got married, I always used to say that I don't believe in you have money, that's all. No. That you give me money, and you go, it's not okay by me. A lot of women want to just give me the money, I'm fine. No, I don't want I don't want money. I want a present husband. So you're a part of everything happening. You're a part of building the home also. Yes, you're a part of supporting me while I'm pregnant, for instance, while I'm raising the children, while I'm giving birth, while everything you should like do the other things. You get, so that's where there's a problem when everybody wants to take shared. No, we're partners, we should do everything. Yes, it's obvious that there are some things that a man will not naturally do, but sometimes support, let me see that you are willing to help me do some things. Yeah, very important. For example, a man will tell the wife not to be spending too much. Later you find the man buying something he thinks he needs, meanwhile he has told women to cut off things. Cut off things for my own money, or so that's another thing. Are you having the same a joint wallet? That's why I might say not spending too much, because it's relative. I don't understand that. If what I'm buying is from my pocket, not from the family wallet, or not from why should I cut my spending? So it just depends. MK, it just depends. That's why I don't really advise having just one wallet. No, 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 no. If you want to have joint account, both of you agree, have the joint account for a purpose, but still have your own, so that you can spend when you want to spend, and he can also spend when he wants to spend. See, women are getting tired because there are too many things they are doing at the same time, and yeah, yes, it's a lot, it's a lot, especially when you have to run the home as a woman and also work. It's a lot, in fact I just want to say some things now, because when I was younger I used to say, career, I have to work, I must work, I need to make money for myself. I don't want to bank. I don't like asking people for money. I don't like it. I have to do my work. But again, I feel like that is where we women are not, and let me not blame the women totally, because men can also have contributed to this. So imagine giving birth, and now you have a child to cater for, you have the family to cater for, and you are still working. So you are working, the man is working, but attached to your work you are still doing the work of catering for a child, a baby, and the home responsibilities. But again, I understand the fact that most of us don't also want to stay and not work, because we don't want to be put in a position of you don't have your own money. You don't want to be you don't want to just be in the mercy of your husband, something like that. That's where the problem is, because if we agree that we are one, why can't the man decide to work while I stay home and cater for my child, the family, the home? Then when the child has grown, I cannot go back to work. Do you understand? So that's why I think most women will be feeling bad for doing a lot at the same time. Will be telling on you. See, women are getting, okay, submission means you have rights, but submit it to your husband, so that he can manage it to accomplish God's overall purpose. Okay, submit the right to your husband, but if you can't, then don't marry. Simple. Okay. Yeah. So submission means that you have rights, but submit the rights to your husband, so that he can manage it to accomplish God's overall purpose. But if you can't, then don't marry. Simple. Yeah. True. So that you are getting married to somebody means you are saying that I'm submitting to you. And don't forget that there is also submitting one to another. So it means there are also instances where the man can say, I submit to you now, whatever you are saying now, let's do it, because I think in this particular aspect, you might be able to make the better decision. And that's important. It's important. Yeah, so guys, that's what I think. I think that before you get into marriage, know what it is that marriage entails. So that if you cannot do what it is that a marriage would request from you, then there's no point getting there and start thinking about what to do, what not to do. No. There are rules for it before the time. So just know, go on in it with somebody that is understanding and also understands and knows the work attached in making it work. We all went in night shift, for example, but we'll be looking out for the woman to cook, what the kids laundry. That's what I'm saying, MK. It's a lot. So for instance, for me now, I work. I work. I don't know if I was telling you. I used to work, and the kind of work I do, I used to do night shift also. So I used to work 2 mornings, 2 nights. So before I gave birth, I already knew that I can't continue to do this work after delivery. If not, who will I leave my child for? Who? So I knew that the probability of going back was very low. So, but I just went slow. I took my 3 months maternity leave, and after 3 months, there's a chance for extension. Just that when you extend for another 3 months, you're not going to get paid. When you extend, you're not going to get paid. So I extended to 6 months, and I enjoyed my 6 months. After which I resigned. Why did I resign? For my sanity. So I knew that there's no way I can do this job. It's not just 8 to 5. It requires 12 hours daily when you work. Even though we have off days, but you work 8 hours, and then you also do night duty. So what will happen to my child? And I know that this child that has been given to me now, it's my responsibility to cater for this child and ensure that this child is raised normally. And before I stopped the work, I had to call my husband and we discussed, and I'm like, this is the choice I'm going to make. But for me to make the decision, this and this and this and this will be put into place. That is where partnership comes in. And we both agreed that for now, I can't do that. I can't, because imagine me waking up, and this is Lagos where there is a lot of traffic. Imagine me waking up very early in the morning to go to work. Where will I drop my child? What will happen? Who will be with her? Then when I'm at work, I'll be thinking. Then I will go to work, come back spent by 10. I have a child to cater for. I have a home to cook for. I have a family to uphold. No. So that's where communication now comes in. Everybody needs to be fine, to be thinking straight. Think for the other person while the other person is thinking for you. That's why the Bible talks about how we are one in marriage. So your well-being is my priority. My well-being should be your priority. So, but thank God for marrying partners that are understanding. You just be fine. So now, even when my child grows now, I don't think I want to go anywhere to work again. Any work that is not remote, I'm not doing. Thank God for YouTube now. We maximize YouTube work while I'm working at home, maybe do remote work. Yes. No. All this because of submission. Can we help each other? Yes, MK. Couples should discuss and help one another. I don't know. After putting food on the table, what again? Men, tell me. It's so sad. Men come on board to tell us what to do in the house. No, but there are some men, that's what I'm saying, MK. There are some men that share responsibilities. Help me as I help you. We help each other. Nobody has come to be a it's you that will die, me I will live. No. We started this together. We agreed to start this journey, so together we start it, together we run it to the end. That's where communication and cooperation comes in. Okay, say they run away. No. It's a lot. So I think it's also something that people should be able to discuss before marriage, because making these decisions when you are already in facing it is harder, but when you can speak about it before the time, so that your mind is prepared to know what are we going to do when this happens, when the time comes like this, what happens. Very, very important, because yeah. MK, I hope the question has been answered. There's one thing. Hi, good evening, Essential Kitchen TV host. Hi host, you say hi host, sir. Good evening, thank you so much for joining. How are you doing? I'm suspecting this person is from the WhatsApp platform, if I'm not mistaken. Thank you so much for joining. We have been communicating. We're almost more than 1.5 hours gone. We have been discussing marriage, the role of women in marriage and husbands, and how, in fact, the basis of the discussion was on submission. Why is it women that are deciding to submit? Why not one to another, or why not the other way around? Then down to discussing on marriage and how the duties of the women are more and everything. Yeah, so please don't generalize. Not all men run away. Yes, from helping their wives to do stuff at home. Yes, that's what I'm saying. Some men share responsibilities with their wives, and that is when you see that these homes are working. It's not good to say that I am the man, I only bring money. Once I bring money, I'm done. You are not done. I remember when my husband were doing marriage class, and then the hi Franklin family, he say men are not ready for this discussion. They are ready. So yeah, so when we were doing our marriage class, they gave us a mentor, a marriage mentor, and he invited us one day to his house, and he was asking us our expectations for each other. And I said, my expectations are this and this. I remember listing that I want a present husband, and I indicated I think they asked us to explain, and I'm like, I don't want a husband that will just drop money and go. No matter how wealthy you are, you have to be present in the home. So I want to see that aside your dropping money for the family, which we appreciate, you have to be a part and parcel of this home. The children need to know who their father is. They need to get a one-on-one time with you. So that, I think, gone are the days, or only people that don't understand how they want to enjoy their marriage, they are the ones that will say, I just want a man that will provide. After provision now is money. That's what most people hear when they hear money. But there's also provision of security. There is a lot of provision that the man can give that is not just money. I don't want just your money. I'm sure the man was surprised to say that this girl, yes, so don't give me money and now say he wants to give me money. Will money do the work? Will money cater for the child? Will money teach the child to take right decisions? Will money build my child up? Will money cook the food? Money will buy the ingredients, it will not cook it. So there's a lot that we need to know about couples, that we are becoming one, so we're supposed to work together to ensure that things work. I, for one, don't really appreciate, but I understand that the economy that we are in is what makes people are not really too stable. That's why you see that most times men and women work. But while we work, hope the home is not at stake. Hope the family is not going to suffer at the expense of work. That's why I told myself that, okay, when I go to heaven, what is God going to ask me? Will God ask me, how did you do your work? Not really. He will first ask me about my family. When he asked my husband about the family, he will ask me, so how did you contribute? I will not say that you gave me a daughter and I was too busy with work, I couldn't train her and teach her what I'm supposed to teach her. No! Then I now told myself, the work I'm doing, is it worth it? It's not. Counting the costs is not worth it at all. And so I said, I'm no longer doing. But myself and my husband had to sit down to make decisions. What will happen? In fact, I don't want to say some things here. So marriage will work when the two people want to make it work, understand each other. And thank God that when it was time to work, I worked till I knew that I could no longer work. So I worked till I was 8 months plus pregnant. Yes, my husband was telling me, ah, you are pregnant now, you should stop working. I said, no, I'm not going to stop working. I'm going to work until I feel like I can no longer work. Then when I'm stopping to work, you have to you have to make arrangement for how I'm going to continue to earn. Yes. So that's why I'm saying that when you want to get married, count the cost, choose who is thinking, choose who is understanding, choose who can cater for you, understand you, and does not just want you to be suffering. It's not thinking about your health, your mental state and everything. No. So it's who, Louisa? And assist my MK. So I told you that this is my dad, right? And don't forget that sometimes when we say some things, what we look forward to, why I make decisions I made before I got married, because of the kind of home I was coming from. I had already seen the picture of what I wanted my home to be and better. So I knew that this is what my father does. There was a time I was younger. I told my dad that if anybody comes to marry me, you should tell the person that the person has to be cleaning my car in the morning. Why did I say that? I was naive. But I grew up in a home where every morning my mom is going to work, my dad goes down to clean the car and warm it for her. She just dresses, comes down, enters the car and drive off. So I didn't want anything less. Even though my husband might not do that for me or will not, but I'm just trying to say that my view on marriage was I needed a marriage that would look like this and better. So I didn't think that marriage would not work. No, that's why I took my time. I was not in a hurry. So my dad, I know he assists his wife a lot. You notice what the person, I even help my wife to bath and dress our kids and so on. Yes. Yeah. MK, I told you I introduced both of them to you the other time. Have you forgotten? You say it's the wife, Louisa. No, Louisa is the daughter. I'm Louisa. I'm the daughter. Ngozi is my dad. Then French class for beginners is my mom. Some men tend to shift all the household responsibility for women, reason because they are the one making the money. No, that's what I was saying. That we are now in the era where even women work. Like MK was saying that both husband and wife now, especially in the UK or abroad, that everybody works because of the bills that they have to pay. So me and you, we will go for night duty, come back, we are both tired, but the woman is still expected to do every other chore while she prepares to go back in the night again. That's wickedness. It's not wickedness, it's their system. But what I'm saying is that both families should come and think, is this how we want to be? What is going to be suffering at the expense of these actions we are making? Both of us will not be working to pay bills. Our children will not be suffering, nobody to train them and raise them. That's what I'm saying. Count the cost most of the time. Most of the time it's not good. This shit is like, yes, exactly, essential. That's my problem. We all went to work, come home, and we went to bath and straight to bed. Women will cook, sweep, make sure kids are okay, school runs. Oh my god, these instructions are not given because God hates both the husband or the wife. Men is all about getting money, and that's all. That's what I'm saying, MK. That is not what it is supposed to be. It's just that men have reduced their responsibility. I'm not, since I'm doing like a pastor now, I'm not I don't imagine the way pastors demonstrate. Men have reduced their big responsibility to think that it's just to provide money for the home. That is just one aspect of your responsibility. You are so blessed to come from that. Yeah, so we had a lot of Ngozi name here today, so I don't know the one that MK, I didn't say another Ngozi apart from just this one. Yeah, the Ngozi Chukura. So men, I don't know who told them, I don't know who made their duty just to provide. That is just an angle of provision. There is money. Security is also there. I think that I read a book, they have, is it 3 P's or 6 P's? Provision, protection, um um position. There's, I don't know, I can't remember. There's a book I read, the 6 P's or 3 P's for a man. It's not just money. If it's just money they are providing, why are you even allowing the woman to work? Let's know they are bringing the money, she's in the house catering for you. And you cannot compare the amount of work she does even in the house to what you do when you go to work. So it's men that have narrowed their responsibility to be just providing money. No, you should support your wife. This home, we began it. And Bible says you are the head. So what are you head doing? Head to be delegating, you do this, you do that. No, it's head to take responsibility. This is how we should run the house. Let us plan. This is this, that is that, that is that. Most men that leave all the shots for their wives belong most times to the wrong clique. That is telling them abi that. So I think we even need to debunk the idea that a man's is the man's duty is just to bring money. Please, that's not your only duty. MK, you said there was a Ngozi Peter here. I didn't realize. I didn't know. Please, guys, if you are just joining, please help double tap on your screen to like this live. Thank you so much. Please like. Thank you. Bad influence is the problem with such men who can't help their wives. Yeah, some of them are good men, but when they now start to associate with other men that things that, so your wife will call you, run and leave us and go. Are you a man at all? So you mean when your wife says something you agree? Are you sure you're a man? What do you mean by that? So another thing is having all these cliques that are saying the wrong things is a wrong place to be. The wrong place to be. Some of us are not coming from that type of home, so sometimes you can't blame those type of women on men. So the Franklin family, who should we blame? The parents that train them, right? So parents really need to do a lot. Raise your children well. There was a time in my life I was saying that when I give birth to sons, I will, in fact, my focus will be more on them, because I think that you just train a lady on, you train your daughter unintentional, like you just train her because you know that you need to train this one. So I'm saying that I'm going to be more intentional about raising my sons. You will see them. To tell my sons no, it will be hard. I will be intentional to raise my sons, because if I used to be very angry, then I will like, who is teaching these men something? But I think that we parents, and we can have MK, you have sons. My Franklin family, you have a son. God will give me a son. I want a son. God will give me a son, and let us be intentional about raising them. Change that mindset in their head. If God says that because he has given you a job that pays you every month, then he doesn't have any other responsibility. He will not give you breath in your nostrils. He will not give you peace. He will not cater for you. He will not ensure that you don't hit your leg on stone. Imagine God just giving you money and that's all. Will you be alive now? Does money keep anybody alive? So it's wrong to think that once you bring money to the family you have done. No. You are the head, and head means responsibility. It's a lot of work. I don't know whether we need to have more men programs. We should teach them that it's a lot to be a man. MK say women are really suffering because of this submission thing. I wish God told me instead to be submissive, then we see the frustrations. Okay, we mean men told them to be submissive. If God told them to be submissive, they will submit now. They will submit. It takes a lot of personal discipline. MK, I understand that you're working. You're in a training. That's fine. So really, let's intentionally be putting up some of this. It's just that it will be so painful if the men of the house don't model these things for the children. It will be very hard to do. But we women, let's put our leg on the ground to ensure that the sons that we will raise will be sons that have sense. In those days, men work and they employ helps from madam because she's taking care of the home. But now, this generation, women now pursue careers, especially as more women is required to run the family or what. I agree with her frankly. Yeah, my mom was deliberate about teaching my brother to be domestic at home. Yes, so be domestic and do some chores. Please do some chores. I remember when I was pregnant and I couldn't bend down to wash at some point. My husband was washing for me, even though it was in washing machine, but at least he was washing for me. Ah, so I would die? No, no. That's why they say don't marry a nice man. Niceness is not a fruit of the spirit. Someone that is kind. I think kindness is a fruit of the spirit, if I'm not mistaken. That homes. So it is only fair for men to assist. I missed the earlier part of this message. Okay, okay. As especially as more money is required to run. I need to read this message again. In those days, only men work, and they employ helps for madam. I think that we have that is what I'm saying, that this scripture that we read on Sunday in church that spoke about how God made everything good, but we by ourselves have complicated things. Because those days when men were the only ones working and women were not working, what was happening? Because some people say the women were not educated. Who say you should not be educated to not work? But let's leave that matter. So because now some women have stood up to now say that they have to work because they have to pursue career. Okay, yes. At the expense of what? Because believe even me, I like work. I like to work. I like to earn my money. But I'm just saying that I hope that we have not complicated our lives a lot to now make what is supposed to be look like a sin. So those days men work, they employ helps for their wives because she's taking care of the home. But down now, this generation, women now pursue careers, especially as more money is required to run the home. So it is only fair for men to assist. Yeah, so now, so hey, I think maybe tomorrow we will dive into the discussion of women working, how to balance women working as working also while men work, and taking the home. What's expected when women work and the men work? What's expected for the home, the raising of the children and all these things? Because last now we by ourselves, especially maybe I think it's a two-way thing. Maybe from the beginning, maybe men now began to ride on these women's, maybe their intelligence, subdue them because they were stay at home moms, and didn't allow them to even shine in the capacity that they would have even shown even while they were stay at home moms. Then more women now began to say, okay, since we are suffering or we are not respected. I'm just saying, no, I don't know, I was not born then. Hi Enerica, good evening, welcome to the live. Gloria, good evening, welcome. So I'm saying that maybe some women thought that they've suffered too much, or men were taking them for granted, and they now said, okay, now women will start to work. But it has come with its repercussions now, because the men and the women are struggling to work to earn money. The family and the home front is suffering. What should we do? God will help me to construct this question very well for tomorrow, because it's a deep one actually. Because if you now come with a campaign that women should not work, women should stay home, and people like us, or people that are more deeper than us in this, they want to work, they want to be they want to have their own say, will come for us. But last I hope that the children we are building are not going to suffer this. I hope that they are not going to destroy, because last we are making money, but we are not building these children, and they are going forth to make families, destroying those families, and we are making money. So the money we are making is at what expense? In fact, dear sisters, let's be deliberate about training our sons. My son will learn how to be domestic. In fact, we have started. Yes, so start, please. Best advice, marry a kind man. Yes. Thank you, Gloria. Thank you. Good evening. Hi, Enerica. How are you doing? Enerica, I'm happy to see you on my live. I can't remember seeing you here maybe once or never. But thank you so much for coming. I really appreciate you. Thank you. Stacy baby, hi Stacy baby's food. Good evening. Welcome to the live. We have a discussion here about marriage, women responsibilities, women submitting to the husbands. What's your take on that? Then how women do a lot, and even now we still do a lot meanwhile we still compete with working as the man is working. Another thing is, who told us and men that men's the duty of men is just to bring money, provide, then we women will do every other thing while we still go and work for money, because either the money for the house is not enough, or we want to have our own money so that we are not dependent totally on men. It's a lot, it's a wide discussion. My mom said during their time, when a woman give birth, they will send a boy or girl to live with them. Yeah, yes, we are losing the core values. I'm so happy to catch this life. Thank you so much, Enerica. Like, the core values to raise children, because when God was instituting marriage, the idea was for companionship, yes, but there's a part of to raise godly seeds. So if we are at work 247, who will instill the godly disciplines on these children? Who? Who? Then when we go to heaven and God asks us, how, what did you do? How did you raise this child? You say, God, I was working. I was working. Which work were you doing? How does that work affect your eternity now? May God help us. Please, guys, if you have not liked this live, please like the live. A lot of things to think about. A lot. And we're in a generation where you can't just pass your thoughts to people anyhow. You have to think about it very well, count the cost, and ensure that you're passing it in a way that they will understand and receive it. Because now, it's a lot. It's a lot. There are deep thoughts and questions. My sister, it's very deep. Oh, it's very, very, very deep. Very deep. Very, very deep. And we say we want a better society. The question is, are we doing what we are supposed to do as parents that God has given the duty to raise children that will still go into the society to effect? Because we are blaming the government now, but our children are going to grow, are going to meet people. Our children, do our children have the things they need to instill in others to make those people better, or they don't even have enough that we gave them, so they just go out and they mix with the crowd because they don't have enough substance in them to restrain peer pressure? Thank you so much, Journey of My Life. How was your gym? I'm sure the sweat today was a lot also. Well done, well done. It's important to keep fit. It's important. It's important. Very, very important. That was my key reason for resigning. Who will take care of my kids? If I'm my sister. But if some women hear me and you now, they are going to insult us. They are going to tell us that you resign, that so it's only your husband that can continue to work. You don't have the career to pursue. Hey, very nice. Journey of My Life. Nice, nice. Even me too. I'm working on my stomach too. I exercise, but I don't go to the gym. I exercise at home. Work and money has taken over core values and morals that we as parents or mothers need to be doing. Like, then you now see some people very wealthy, but their children are spoiled, and their money cannot solve it. Their money cannot train these children. It's so sad that you pass money to children, you don't instill values that they would need for them, and then you pass money. What would the money do? It will just aggravate or increase what they don't have in them, and increase what they have in them, which is not good, anything good, because we didn't have time to instill the values that they need to run into life. And normally we are supposed to raise children that will go into the world and influence other people to be good. So when God made families, he made families to do the right things. He made families to be better and in turn influence the world. But now, we that God has given the instruction to raise families or raise children that will be good, to become good or better for the society, we don't have the time to do the work God has called us to do. And that's why that part that we saw at that time is saying is that we have complicated things by our own selves, and this is not good for anybody. So how does the family run? How does our children cope? Who will teach them? That our house helps, or the daycares we drop them for? So that's a deep teaching. But how many women here will agree not to work or pause work for some time? Because I also understand the place of I want to have my own money. Like the Franklin family that said she resigned work. She's not just sitting at home. She's a businesswoman. She's an importer, exporter. So she's a businesswoman also. But how many of us can say that I need to dedicate this part of my life? Because I used to tell women that it's a process, it's a journey, it's a phase that will pass. You can't be raising children forever. So what have you been doing while you were single? And now you are married, that you cannot pause for the betterment of this child. For now, instill what you can instill in this child, because God gave you that child and it's your responsibility to do for them what God would have done for them if he was in charge, but he has given you that responsibility. So what are you doing for these children? I believe there are different phases in life. This phase of my life, God has entrusted me to raise godly. Yes. And when these godly seeds have grown now, you'll be happy with what you. In fact, I used to say that my son, in fact, I was telling my younger brother that time, that if I was a man with what I know now, I can't ask a lady out to tell me no. Why? With what I know now. Before I even ask you out, I am sure that you like me that much. You cannot say no. But you won't get to that. In fact, most of the people in this generation now, they don't even have self-esteem enough to even know that they can. You are hearing that most men are shy, so they are waiting for ladies to come and toast them. Which generation? You are shy, but you want to be the head of the home. Okay. That is why the world is drifting towards destruction, like fast, in a fast lane. Oh, God help us, but this drifting is a very fast one to destruction. Because what we are focusing on now is contrary to what we are supposed to be focusing on. I would agree to pause work for some time to train my children and probably get something doing while I'm at home. Yes, I agree with you. But just pray that you meet a good man, a kind man, an understanding man, not a man that will tell you that you are sharing the responsibility of the home 50-50. Because I know that there are also ladies that are married to men that they share the responsibility of the home 50-50. The man pays 50%, she pays 50%, school fees is 50-50, house rent is 50-50, feeding. How do you marry that kind of a man and you want to now say you want to stay at, because that person in the first place doesn't see you as someone that is to nurture any home. He doesn't understand the work that it takes to nurture a home to make it work. So that is even sharing responsibility from the beginning. So right now I'm still at home mom. My sister, that is supposed to be the idea, ideally. But now we have a lot of career women that don't want to. When I was working, there was somebody I know, and then some people, it's not their fault. So I understand both sides. I told you that I worked till I was 9 months, almost 9 months. That means I will soon give birth. I worked till 37 weeks or so. So I understand where some people are coming from. And while I was working, I said that they give you 3 months maternity. But I know somebody. In fact, there was COVID era when we were working from home. This lady gave birth, but she couldn't do 3 months maternity. She was calling the manager that she wants to resume. And why? I think she didn't have a responsible man that was working to cater. So she needed to work to be able to earn to take care of her children. So we're not saying that we don't understand where some women are coming from. Some women, especially some might be single women, some might be women that their husbands don't have enough to cater for the home and they have to support. So that's another angle. But that's a different angle when you have a man that can cater for the home but just thinks that he needs to share responsibility with you. That's different. Raising a godly child or children should be our extreme achievement at the end of the day. So this is saying that your achievement at the end of the day should not be that I built my career to this level. I'm at the peak. I'm at the zenith of my career at the expense of your children. So that your achievement at the end should be that you raised a godly child that can affect the world positively. That should be your achievement by the end of the day. Thank you so much, sir, for this. Let me pin this. Raising a godly child or children should be your achievement. At the end of the day, the Franklin family, that's my daddy talking. That's my dad talking. Thank you, sir. I beg if a husband says everything should be paid for 50-50, that marriage get kill leg. In fact, that best described bondage as MK's Arena has been talking about. Serious bondage. Serious bondage. 50-50. That's why there's a lot of things you should discuss before you enter marriage. This one that people say they're in love, they just want to marry. Hey, when you enter, you will know that it's not by entry. No. Imagine somebody that come and say 50-50. Bros, I was on my own when you came. Just carry yourself and be going where you are going to. Because have you thought of when you share? That is why people should understand what marriage, you can't do marriage 50-50. Because I was in a meeting one time, they were talking about 50-50, 60-70, 70-30, and I said something. I said that I'm hearing all these things for the first time. That what I know has always been 100, and none of them looked at me. I said that's where I'm coming from. I know children raising. I know the family to be 100. So you are giving 100 of you. He's giving 100 of him, 100%. So it just means that 100% of your capacity does not now mean that you're saying that does not mean that I'm raising a child, maybe my husband must change pampers. Not really. It just means that at the time I'm to give my all, I'm giving my all to this. He's giving his all to what he's doing. Then there is also a place where we meet to support each other. That is what 100. This 50-50 thing, 60. I don't believe in all the 60-40, 70-30. No, it just makes me know that you are not in a marriage. You are in a contract, not a covenant. You are contracting 50-50. What are you? Do you know what it means to be one? When you are one, it means that all your all is for this person. This person's all is for you. I agree with you, Atungozi Chukura. Yes, it should be our extreme achievement. Okay. See, let everybody just understand this thing. That's why I'm saying that I wish that the fact that people just agree to just take marriage, everybody, even people that don't know God or serve God, they have embraced marriage, but they did not embrace it the way the person that instituted it as instituted it to be. So somebody says, I'm making marriage for this purpose. You took marriage and left it. I just remember something like one show I watched recently. I don't know how many of us have ever watched this show. Recently, I just found about it. Curiosity made me ask. So there's this guy that calls in some stars to come and answer some questions. He says people are curious about them answering these questions, and then he asks them the question. And what he does in that show is that he kind of somehow humiliates these people, because the way he introduces them, the way he asks the questions, very humiliating and so sad. I don't like it. But he brought Frank Edoho recently, this guy that used to host Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, and I think the man has watched the show, so he has watched his previous shows, so he came ready for him, and then he washed him down and told him that this show you are doing, you copied it from somebody, only that you didn't copy it well. I said that to say that people copy the concept of marriage from God, but they don't want to copy the concept and everything, the principles and everything God laid out for marriage to work. They don't want to copy it. They just want to copy that you can marry because you have feelings, you just marry somebody. But the person that made marriage, what did he make marriage for? How did he say marriage will work? You don't want to copy that. So yeah, so it's a serious bondage to be with a partner that says, Stacy says, that's like living with a roommate. My sister, exactly. Living with a roommate where you share rent, you share food, you want to fill gas finish, people will bring money half. You want to cook so people will contribute. What is that one? That one is not a partner again, it's really a roommate. So it's important that as women, we should make the right choice to marry people that have sense. And for both genders, when you are in a relationship, please ask important questions, either directly or indirectly, to know where the space of this person's mind is, to know what this person can do and not do. Very important though. Ah, very important. That's one reason why I like people that talk sometimes, because in their bid to talk, they will say what they are not supposed to say, and you will catch a cue to know that this person is not who you want to end up with. I remember one time dating somebody, and I remember him saying one time that he was just talking randomly, and he said that he cannot stay in a room with a woman that is on her period, though, that once she's on her period, she will go to her own room, he will stay in his own room, he doesn't want to see blood, he doesn't have blood, and that was a cue to know that this one is a big red banner, not flag, banner. So sometimes you engage in conversation. That's why we advise people that when you're in a relationship with people, please talk with them. Don't be touching, and because you just forget to talk or you be carried away. Discuss general matters, things, and as you discuss, you will hear their standpoint on some things, and you just know that this person is a no-go area. So very important. That's what I think, that people should make the right decisions before they even enter marriage. Meet the right people, and at the point they are not seeing the right people, it's better to remain single than to enter 50-50 marriage, or 60-40, or 70-30. They are even already calculating before time, means you are a suspect. So yeah, that's my opinion and my thoughts on this. Thank you all so much for your contributions so far. Thank you for going all the way with us. If you have not liked this live, please do like it. I want us to get to 20 likes. I can see 19 likes here. Please, let's do 20 before we call it a day. Thank you all so much for your contributions, for always making this live an interesting session. Like, I really appreciate you. From MK's Arena to my mommy, my daddy, my siblings, the Franklin family, Stacy's baby food, quadruplets. This lady that has 5 children, is it quadruplets or quintuplets, whatever. Thank you so much. Thank you, Enerica, for coming. Thank you, The Journey of My Life. Thank you, Grace, Gloria. Thank you so much, everyone that has come here. Thank you, Chinyere. Thank you all so much for coming to make this life a wonderful one. I really do appreciate you. Essential Kitchen also stopped by. Thank you so much. Thank you, guys. I really do appreciate it. Elvo, thank you. Esther, the first to always come to my live sessions. Thank you all. Thank you, Famous, for always stopping by. Thank you, everyone. I really do appreciate you. So I'm about to call it a day, assuming that everybody is fine with whatever we have discussed and nobody else has a question. So we'll come tomorrow to continue from where we stopped. Thank you, Banta. I didn't forget you. Sister Sip TV, thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you all for coming. Thank you. Yeah, so let's call it a day. I missed Michael here today. Michael Oye, I missed him. Didn't come. Yeah, thank you all so much. Bass, Mr. Bass. Hi, good evening. You said to connect with you. Are you a YouTuber? Thank you so much. Please like this live. Please double tap on your screen to like. If you are not subscribed to me, please do subscribe. Are you a YouTuber, Mr. Bass? I'd like to know. I don't mind connecting with you. That's fine. Are you a YouTuber? If you are a YouTuber, please, you can connect with me. Drop a comment on one of my videos. So connecting means that you watch a video of mine and comment so that I can also follow you back. Mr. Famous, you are still here. Thank you so much. Thank you. So Mr. Bass, everybody here on a blue jacket is a YouTuber. So please connect with them and they will reciprocate. Most of them, they are no longer here. But please, you can connect with them the right way. Just watch a video, comment there, and let them know you are coming from here so that they can reconnect with you. Yes, thank you all so much. Please, let's double tap. Mr. Bass, is he still here? I don't know. I was waiting for your like to make this like 20 so we can go, even though we exceeded 20 yesterday. And I also understand that I came late today, so it's fine. Thank you guys. My prayer for everyone here is that those that are married, your marriage will work. and continue to work. It will meet God's standard. And for those that are not married yet, you will not meet the wrong person. You will not marry a person that wants to share duties in the house 50-50. No, you will marry a person that wants to become one with you, that wants to give their all to make the marriage work, while you also give your all to make the marriage work. You will meet somebody that understands what marriage is. And most importantly, you meet someone that is submitted to God, because once a person is submitted to God, it means that that person at every point in time wants to do what pleases God, and at the long haul, that person will do what to please you, because whatever pleases God will please you. Yeah, so that's the idea. Thank you guys so much. Thank you all so much. I really appreciate you. Thank you so much. Yeah, so please say goodbye to me if you are still here. Say good night to me. Thank you guys for watching. I really do appreciate you all. Thank you so much. Thank you. In case you are here, you have not tapped the screen, double tap on the screen. Please double tap to say bye. I don't think we should be connecting from here. All the connections have been dropped by. See what I said yesterday, Gloria. I said this yesterday, that people should get people's names and go and connect with them later, because I think that YouTube now know that there's a tactic like this, so they are yanking it. So please write their names and go and connect with them later. Thank you, Gloria, for that. Mr. Famous, thank you so much. Thank you very much. Guys, network is sending me packing. Good night. Bye. Everyone needs to go watch my video and they'll connect properly. Yes, Famous. Yes, I agree with you. All right, see you. I'm going to Famous and Quintuplet's page now, right now. I want to go and watch that your video, Famous. Bye, guys. Good night. Bye. Marrying rightly is so key to avoid. Yes, marrying right is so key to avoiding getting into the trap of unkind partners. Hey, very important. Imagine stuck with an unkind partner for that long. Hi, Nathan. Ooh. Nathan, good to have you here, even though you are coming when I'm going. But I'm also excited to have you here. Thank you so much for joining. Thank you, Nathan. How are you, my lovely friend? How are you? Thank you for joining. So you connected with me. Thank you so much. I've been here for more than 2 hours now, and I need to go now. But I really appreciate you for coming. Thank you so much. We had a lot of wonderful discussions today that you missed. But you didn't miss totally, because I come every day 6 p.m. and the life is always very interesting. A lot of issues. Thank you so much, Nathan, for joining. I really appreciate you. Thank you so much. So much. Thank you. So guys, if you are going here with anything today, go with this last comment. It says marrying right is so key to avoid getting into the trap of an unkind partner. Very key. Marry right. Marry right. Marry right. Yes. Nathan, if you are not married, I pray that you will marry right. You will not meet the wrong person. Someone that will come and tell you that they are sharing responsibility with you, or they want to struggle to take your position. No, someone that will be one with you, will understand you, will resonate with you. Yeah, that's the idea. Yes, Nathan, where are you watching from again? I can't remember. I know I met you on Sandra's live. Nathan, good to have you here. Nathan, please make it a date with me. I come live every day by 6 p.m. Within 6 and 7, please make it a date and come and enjoy what we enjoy here on a daily basis. Thank you, Nathan. I guess you are the one that just liked my life. Thank you so much for liking. Thank you. Bye. Good night, sir. Bye. Thank you for watching, for coming. I'm not very soon to understand your slang, so please stop. Nathan, I rap a bit. Don't mind me, I talk very fast. Okay, I said that you came when I was already logging out, but that you didn't miss because I come live every day within 6 and 7 p.m. I'm live, and we always have interesting discussions. I hope I'm slow enough now. And we always have interesting discussions. In fact, you can binge watch from my other videos. If you have subscribed, you'll see other videos that I've done and posted. I posted one new one today. A lot to always learn from this channel. So yeah, since you are subscribed, make it a point of duty to always come watch us live and also watch our videos that we post weekly. Yeah, you do get that, Nathan? He said please talk slowly. I'm sorry, I rap, I talk fast. My love and support will always be with you, Louissa. Thank you so much, Nathan. Thank you so much. Thank you. I really appreciate you. Do have a wonderful night. I don't know where you are. I don't know what time it is there, but have a wonderful day or night. It's night here where I stay in Nigeria. It's night here, so have a wonderful night rest. See you tomorrow, hopefully. Bye. Say bye to me, Nathan. Hey, I'm very thankful to you. Nathan, you have been thankful since day before yesterday, today. Thank you too. So I'm grateful to you to even accept to take the name Nathan. It's a beautiful name. It's pronounced Nathan. Nathan, yeah. I like the name, and that's why I gave it to you. It's a beautiful name. Thank you, Nathan. Thank you for being transparent. Thank you for being open. Yeah. Yes, Nathan just joined. Yeah. Thank you, Nathan. Famous. Bye. Bye. Good night, fam. Good night, my people. I'm still saying 5 people here. These 5 people, they don't want to go. Yeah, okay, we'll see. Yes, we'll see tomorrow, Nathan, by 6 p.m. Good night. Thank you so much. Have a lovely night rest. Bye. Bye, guys. Oh, Nathan, are you in India? Oh, at last I got an Indian person. So I don't think I have Indians come to my life. And I know a friend of mine, Chinyerem, has a life that Indians are there 2 4. There are a lot. I know everywhere Indian goes, they have a lot of people follow them, and I'm like, I like this your spirit, but I really didn't have a lot of Indians come to my life. But I'm grateful to have one Indian here, Nathan. So officially, you are the first Indian on my life, if I'm not mistaken. I don't think I know any Indian person in my life, so I think you are the first, and I'm happy to know that. Thank you, Gloria. Bye, Gloria. Good night. So it's 2:23 a.m. in India. Wow. Here it's 9:54, almost 10 o'clock. I have 12 a.m. to 6 a.m. only unlimited data. So for that only, I'm coming to live at this time. Oh, you have unlimited data. Nathan, let me stream my playlist now. If you have unlimited data, on my page I have 2 playlists. I have a playlist for relationship advice. I have maybe 12 videos now. Then I also have a playlist for my life. You could help me stream them at the background so that I increase my watch hour. If you can, since it's an unlimited Wi-Fi, please help me stream all my videos. I'll really appreciate that. Thank you. Can you do that for me, Nathan? 12 to 6 a.m. Please help me. So your okay, you say it's 2:23 a.m. Okay, so it means that from now till 6 you can help me stream. Please do. So only I'm missing your whole life and Sandra's life. Okay, yeah, Sandra's life, she was live also. I don't know if she's off now. She was also live earlier today. She was also here too. She came here too for some time. Yeah. Nathan, please help me stream my playlist on my what am I going to say now? I am suspecting that you have subscribed to me, right? You connected with me already, so you know my page, Louissa Oye. Please help me watch my videos. You can even play it at the background when you are doing something on your laptop. Just be playing it so that I can increase my watch hour. My watch hour is a mess, and I need your support. Thank you so much, Nathan. Good night. Other than 12 a.m. to 6 a.m. Yes, I've only limited that, and that's a problem within me to come soon to. Oh, yes, I understand now. So within 12 to 6 is when you have unlimited data. So anybody that's coming live after that time, I understand you. I understand you. I understand you. I understand. So, but if your time now is 2:23 a.m. Okay, so that means you can join my own live too. Sometimes, like this time now, when I'm almost rounding up or in between. Yeah, I understand you. That's fine. That's okay. It's okay. Your support is more important than the amount of time you spend here. Your support is important. Thank you so much. Thank you, Nathan. Thank you. Have a lovely rest. Nathan, can I go now? Say good night to me so I know I can go. Say good night to me, Nathan, so I know that I can go. Maret, come and say so that buffer. When 12 a.m. here in their time, it means your timing there is 8 p.m. I think. Yeah, so if you are 2 now and we are 10, so it means you are 4 hours ahead of us. So it means when it's 12, we'll be at 8. Yes, 8 p.m. And 8 p.m. I'll be doing 2 hours already, but it's okay. If you see me online, fine. If you don't see me, it's also fine. It's also fine. Thank you, Nathan. Thank you. Amali. It's when you're wife to enjoy yourself. You don't even used to cry when you're there. Nathan, allow me go now. In India time in 12 a.m. I'll definitely come to your life. Okay, that's fine. If I'm still live, yes, you're slapping your mother. You don't have respect. Bye, Nathan. Say bye. Now say bye to Nathan. Every of my life you must come at the end. Say bye. Bye, Nathan. Yeah. Okay, Louisa, we'll see tomorrow, my dear lovely friend. Yes, tomorrow. We'll see tomorrow. We'll see tomorrow. We'll see tomorrow. We'll see tomorrow. Let me end this like this.